One of your biggest obstacles in life is getting a hold of your emotions. It's true that humans operate more off emotions than logic. And it's true that the wisest amongst us have learned at a certain level to master or at least control a little bit of their emotions. And part of that is doing things that you don't want to do. Whether it's going to work, your job, whether it's going to the gym, or whether it's going to school. I think about my life when I was younger, not to be a hypocrite. I always struggled with going to school. I went enough to pass. I did what I needed to do to graduate, but it was mentally hurdle. In the beginning of my work career, I pretty much always showed up, but there were some times, whether it was due to a breakup or partying too much on the weekend, that I would occasionally not show up to work. And the same thing with the gym. There was a time where I would get going in the gym and then, take a little bit off. And you learn as you get older, you can get further than people who are smarter than you, than people who are stronger than you, simply by being more consistent. It is true that, most people are average intelligence, average physical being. I know a lot of you guys, you Google what's the average penis size. You know, most people are average, okay, period. So how do you get above average if you have average skill set? You show up more than the average person. The average person will drop out of the race. You say, I hear you, but I don't feel like going to work. Well, think about payday. Think about YouTube payday. Think about DoorDash payday. Think about your corporate job payday. You'll never feel like you don't want to collect payday. Payday is a blessing from the Lord. It's the fruits of your labor. You say, Sam, I'm on disability. I'm guaranteed pay. I'm on Social Security. I'm guaranteed pay. Well, okay, can you show up consistently to the gym? There's some people that trick themselves that once I become a millionaire, then I'll be happy. And I'm not going to lie to you, money solves some problems. But if you're already home on disability and you're already not doing things that you can do, but you're not going to do, then you're never going to be fulfilled or going forward. If you're collecting Social Security and you're, same thing, like there's certain tasks throughout the day that you don't feel like doing. I love the gym, but I don't really feel like going to the gym in the morning. I think about during the coronavirus when we didn't have the option to go to the gym. People prayed that the gyms would open. They protested. People wanted to go back to work. If you take something away from someone long enough, they realize the value. The value. There's no value in being idle too long. There's no value in trying to not work and therefore become so broke that you're not enjoying anything in life. I think one of the things you should do in your life is live below your means, save up, take some calculated risk, whether it's starting your own business, investments, or doing side hustles like DoorDash or whatever, so you can do more of what you love. I think one of the major goals in life is to find something you kind of like. And I tell you, I kind of like DoorDash. I tell you, there's been certain side hustles, YouTube I like, but it's still a job. I didn't feel like doing YouTube today. Some people say, I left my regular job. I'm a full-time DoorDasher. And they've only been doing it for a few months or a year. Well, how are you going to feel 3 years after doing DoorDash? You're not going to feel the same. Why? Because the high wears off. I remember when I was in the church for 10 years. Same way I worked my way up to like a youth leader. I really enjoyed it. I got a lot from it. And I remember like when I was moving up a little bit in leadership, I remember the pastor saying to all the new leaders, because there was a group of us, that I hope you're excited about being a leader today and you'll be have the same level of enthusiasm 3 years from now. And it was true. After 3 years of like kind of being promoted, so to say, people lost their enthusiasm because it's human nature, emotional human nature. Team vasectomy, shout to you, brother. Shout to Arkansas in the building. Would you date short-term in an Italian nurse who's mixed with Dominican Republic? You trying to get at keeping up with Brie? No, I would not date short term. Why? Because a short term emotional high will lead to long term regret. Okay. There's a reason people don't show up to work, and partly it's because they're going through a breakup and divorce and they're devastated. I've learned through dating, through being entangled, and through trying to have companionship, it all ends in a disaster. And the risk reward is not worth it for me because I don't want kids. I don't want a family. That's not on my life goal targets. Like you say, hashtag, I got life goals to be like Kim Kardashian and marry a psychopath like Kanye West so I can have 4 kids and then basically divorce Kanye when I'm 50 or 60 like my mother. And then Kanye's going to turn a transgender and, she's going to end up dating some other guy. A short-term emotional spike will lead to a long-term life disaster. Team vasectomy, you got it going on. You're working in the urologist's office. Okay. But one short-term decision of being fulfilled by a prostitute or a nurse will get you destroyed. And I dated some nurses. They're great women. But I also know this. They're freaks, but they're psychologically not stable. Because you can't be psychologically stable and be a nurse. Why? You're in a trauma unit your entire life. You'll never be the same after you change someone's diapers. Keeping Up with Brie, I told you, is not a day after you uploaded your first sexy video. Every once in a while it gets with you. Team vasectomy. This live chat may become a dating service. Okay. Instead of Match.com, it's Nomad.com. Well, no, we can't call it that. We'll call it something. Team vasectomy. Nope. I am talking to a urologist. Don't date where you get your money back, brother. Don't take a dookie where you get money. Brother, what are you, crazy? You want to mess up your money back? I know Walmart's paying $30 an hour, but that's not until you get you've been working there for several years. You got team vasectomy, you making money. You got a good career, got a good life. There's one thing that can destroy a person's life. They can be smart, strong. It's emotions. Emotions. And I've been there. Guys, I'm not speaking from a place of hypocrisy. I'm speaking from a place of devastation. Team vasectomy. My vasectomy is going to save me. Well, that's true, but I'm going to share something with you in a minute. He goes, my vasectomy is going to save me from a lot of trouble. Wait till I tell you this story. I'll never have to worry about a family court. No, don't say that. I'm talking to a urologist in a different office. Well, let me tell you this. I know a guy got divorced last year. He met another girl in the gym. She had 3 kids. He's living with her and doing a renovation. Now he's got 4 kids and he got a vasectomy. I said, brother, you're the only guy I know that can get a vasectomy and a divorce, and a year later you got a bigger family than when you started. So I'll tell you right now, you can get involved with that urologist, okay, from another office, but you're all in the same industry. Like, just like medical records, like you and Keeping Up with Brie, you guys are all in the medical field. You guys know that they keep records, okay? So all you have to do, forget Googling someone, look in the medical Rolodex of someone's history. And what I can tell you is, once you and that other person in the medical urologist office, once you guys have a fallout, you're going to be known in every urologist office throughout the entire country. Why? Because, guys, word travels fast. If you're a contractor and you do a good job, word travels fast. Okay. If you do a YouTube channel and you didn't tell anyone, next thing you know, everyone you work with, they know you got a YouTube channel. Word travels fast. Okay. So, Team Vasectomy, I support you, brother. Wag, you've been great to me, and I appreciate that. And I want you to do what makes you happy. But I want to tell you this. I want you to remember. I want you to look at your life. I don't know how old you are. I think you said in your early 30s. So let's just say you're 35. Anyone out there, look at your age and look at your lifetime history. Look at your resume of dating people and look how many times it left you emotionally bankrupt. It left you calling out sick from work. It left you totally bitter and upset and you couldn't even eat. There was a breakup I went through. I could barely eat. Okay. But then 2 years later, I woke up single and I saw them on social media. I said, damn, they fell off. And I said, thank God I'm single. Yeah, that's right. Okay. But what I can tell you is this, guys, you're better off single, but do what you want. Keep it up, a Brie. Good to see you. Keep it up, Brie. Never shit where you eat. Yeah. And never get a urinary tract infection where you urologist. Why? Because you're going to end up peeing in pain. Okay. Shout out to another viewer of mine, Lady T. She's uploading videos. She left the church. She just got done being a side piece. She's pissed. And I'm telling you right now, guys, what I recommend is when you're lonely and when you're broke, don't date. Be consistent in the gym and in your job. Why? It's time to work on yourself. If you can find happiness within yourself, you're moving forward. Damn it, Team Vasectomy coming in strong tonight, Sam. I'm only here till 2022. What you doing after that? Are you going to DR? After that, I'll be in the DR permanently. I imagine. Well, I want to share something with you too. He goes, I just turned 32. You're young, man. The girl, I got a couple questions I got to ask you. The girl I date is in the office 25 miles away. That's like being next door. Thanks for the wisdom. Yeah, I saved your life, man. Because you go mess around and get your visa denied, brother. Well, couple things. One is, okay, I spoke to a guy that last year went to Germany, and there's Amsterdam. Amsterdam, there's legal prostitution, there's legal drugs. And he goes, Sam, yeah, I went to Amsterdam. It was great, prostitution, drugs, and everything. And he's not really a big drinker. He's not a prostitute guy, but he was just telling me, like, everything is regulated by the government. It's all legal, but it's all regulated. So it's safe. You can do it. It's advertised in the stores, at least on this one section of Amsterdam. And so I thought of you. I thought, well, if it's legal, if it's regulated, I could see that being better than many other scenarios in, paying for sex or being involved in the underworld. Okay. Now, again, the DR, the Dominican Republic and other countries that have prostitution. I told them they should bring the regulation of South Beach, because I never seen more prostitutes than I did in South Beach, Miami. Okay. And they need to regulate that to be safer for the women and safer for the men and vice versa. So, I don't know, man. That's interesting. So you're 32. You're going to leave at 34. You're going to move to the DR. You're going to leave your career. What are you going to do in the DR? You can't be a urologist, can you? Team Vasectomy, it's legal prostitution in the DR, but drugs will get you life in prison. Okay. They don't mess around with drugs. Well, that's good. Well, I'm not mad at you, brother. What are you going to do when you get to the DR? You still going to work in the medical field? Keeping up a Bree. Why don't you just live in Florida? Yeah, Keeping Up a Bree's right. Keeping Up a Bree got the new, what do they call it? The thumbnail for her video. But I can tell you, there's in South Florida, Miami, South Beach, the prostitution is not legal, but there's a lot. Keeping Up a Breeze says, I mean, you don't know if prostitutes have diseases. Well, I agree. For me, it's not my thing. I think it just ends in a bad scenario for you and for them. I think once in a while I can understand, you're on a, look, I went to Miami South Beach in my early 20s with a friend of mine that was getting married. He had a bachelor party down there. We had fun, but it ends in a disaster. So, teach their own though. You know what I mean? So what I could tell you is your best life is definitely not long-term prostitutes. Okay. In my opinion, your best life, okay, is learning to do things you don't want to do. Okay. Now, because I can tell you, there's never going to get to a point in life, even if you're a millionaire, even if you've got a great side piece or a main piece, there's never going to come a day in your life where you don't have to go to work, so to speak, and you're not going to want to go. Because it's just there's something the way this world works is you have to learn to get control of yourself, to supplement your psychopathic emotions. And that's why I preach masturbation, because it's like once you get that out of your system, if you really want to engage with a woman, it's not based on hormones. It's based on mutual respect and love. Damn it, Cal N, 199 super chat. Hey, Sam, hope all is well. Thank you, brother. How do I become a member? Well, brother, you can look in the video description, and there's a link that it says, click this link if you have the iPhone or laptop, because the blue join button may not be on your laptop or phone. If you have Android, you should see a blue join button. So if you don't see that blue join button next to my subscribe button, go to my video description and expand it, and you'll see a link, and let me know if that works for you, brother. Thank you for that tip. And what I can tell you, Cal, there was a movie called, I think it was a comedy. It was called, what was that, where he masturbated and he like came in his hair? It was a funny movie. But it was basically the premise of, if you do masturbate before you go on a date, you can ensure that you're not going to be over hormonal and emotional. You're going to be focused on that person as of, yeah, that's it, team vasectomy, something about Mary. And that spoke to me volumes. And for a woman, I would say before you go on a date, you know, I know women may not necessarily go off hormones. They go off emotional support. I would say eat some chocolate and cheese. Go to a foster shelter for dogs. Hold all the dogs, eat some chocolate and cheese, and then you're going to say, damn, do I really need a man? And I'm going to tell you, nope. Let's continue. Where was I? I'll go back to Mike Reed. Good to see you, brother. Team Vasectomy says, Sam, I'll be living off my saved income and trust fund. Well, damn, money back emoji to you. My dad made it where, well, praise the Lord, made it where I can't get my trust fund until 35. Well, damn, Team Vasectomy, you about to be living good. Team Vasectomy, please listen to this message. Coconut Dream, shout out to you, brother. We're close to Florida, brother. We're close. Team Vasectomy, I want you to listen, okay? Because this is what I want for you, brother. At 35, if you don't get Wi-Fi service in the DR and you're no longer part of my YouTube channel, this is the value I want to give to you. Even if you're totally financially independent at the age of 35, and shout out to your father for blessing you. That's a blessing. Don't feel guilty about that blessing because you're also working. If we never speak again, I want you to remember that even if you're financially wealthy, you still have to show up to work. You still have to show up to self-care. You still have to take care of yourself. A prostitute cannot take care of you better than you can take care of yourself. And I don't care if you date prostitutes, if they're legal out there. I don't care if you indulge in your blessings. But I want you to learn to control the level of your emotions so that you master, in one sense, yourself. And that you're not a slave to yourself, or you're not emotionally a slave to someone else. I want you to be free, okay? As free as you can in this world. I want you to live a good, healthy life, okay? And I think that's only accomplished when we learn over time. We discipline ourselves, discipline to do things that we don't want to do. And that is harder for those who are financially independent. If they get like this windfall. Now, you'll be 35, which I think your father was a smart guy. Because one is, I didn't even know this till recently. I got enlightened through my own life experience. One is, the human brain does not develop till 25. And you don't really know yourself till 35. So if your father in his divine wisdom, if he already knew that and he left the inheritance till 35, he blessed you big time. Like, wisely. Because he really cared about you. And I say, praise the Lord, very smart man. But like your father, I want you still, though, I just want you to go down a road where you don't let anyone control you. Okay. My mom left a will. She's still alive, but she let me read it. She says, Sam, just divide things equally. She goes, don't let anyone control you. That was her last will and testament. Okay. Don't let anyone control you. Okay. And I thought that was a divine statement. But I also think about how many people can't control themselves. Are you addicted to drugs? Do you need a beer every night? Do you need a bag of Doritos every night? Do you need to do gaming for 10 hours? Do you need a service dog to support you emotionally? What controls you? Well, look, we're all weak. Some people struggle with food. Some people struggle with drug addiction. Some people are addicted to dating. So I don't speak that in judgment. I speak that in love and truth. And someone who doesn't like that, they're not my friend. They'll never be my friend, not in this world and not in the world after this. And I'm at peace with that. Why? Because it's my life. Okay, no one controls me. No one put Inspirational Nomad in a corner. Okay, and I don't want that for you. Because the insecure people, their first job is to put you in the corner. But no one can put you in the corner unless you choose to be. Unless you choose not to go to work. Because if you don't go to work, who controls you? The social worker. If you don't go to work, you didn't go to work because you can't handle your boss. Now what? Now guess what? Now you got to date someone, they control the money back. Every time you don't show up to something you don't want to do, someone else controls you. Yeah. Take your power back, show up. Reposition your life. Apply for a job when you don't need a job. And that's, I'll tell you. Let's take a hydration break. We'll get back to live comments. Mike Reed, Coconut and Dreams, Cal, Team Vasectomy, thank you. Keeping up with Bree, beautiful. Keep showing up. That's one of my foundational principles that I will want to instill for anyone who has watched my channel. The value I add, one of the last will and testaments I have of this channel is show up even when you don't feel like it. And gradually make your life better when you don't have to. That way, as you get older, your life gets easier. You call the shots more. You're in control more. That's very important. Let's go back to live comments. Cal, thank you again, brother. Mike Reed, what's up, brother? Shout out to Broward County. Mike Reed, maybe October 2nd, I'll be heading down there, man. Mate. Mike Reed, Sam, what do you think about selling a house to an investment company than a regular buyer? Well, it sounds like I'll buy your house for cash. You're going to get a wholesale price. It's like taking a gold necklace to the pawn shop. You're going to get a third of the value or a smaller percentage of the value. But you're probably saying to yourself, Sam, I got termites. I don't got the money to fix this shit. And I just want this shit gone. I want this burden off I understand it. What I could tell you is right now, the housing market's still high. So even if you had an investor buy it, you'd be okay. You'd get more if you fix the house up and you sell it to a regular buyer, but you need capital investment. So I would look at, what do you think your house is worth? And you can look on Zillow. You can get a real estate agent to price it out. You can get a general idea. Then you can compare that to what the wholesale buyer, investment buyer wants to give you. So as an example, let's say your house, if you had it all fixed up, relatively decent, it had no issues, and you sold it to a regular buyer, let's say you can sell it for $200,000. Okay. But let's say as is condition right now, the condition it's in right now where you got termites, there's shit, sheetrock falling, there's shit everywhere, it looks like crap. Right now, you could probably get $120,000 if you sold it on the market. As is. But if you put $40,000 into it, that would put 160, hold on. If someone wants to give you $120,000 for it, okay, and if it was all fixed up, it'd be $200,000. What they're going to do is buy it, probably put $30,000 in it, $150,000, and they'll probably list it for $225,000 and be happy if they sell it for $200,000. So you're going to get probably 60% of the value of the house. However, if you don't have $30,000, then I can understand why you take 60 cents on the dollar. But here's the key question. Let's say you took the investor cash deal for $120,000. Where are you going to go after that? Do you have an exit strategy? One of the other foundational principles that I try to add to you guys for value is always think of your exit strategy. Now, your exit strategy isn't that you just sell your house and you're able to pay off the mortgage and then have some left over. The exit strategy is, all right, let's say you pay off your mortgage and you got $50,000 left over. What are you going to do? Because you're not going to buy another house for $50,000 cash. That'd just be a down payment for another house. Are you going to rent? Are you okay with being a renter the rest of your life? Are you going to nomad? What's going to happen when you get old? Do you have an exit strategy? There's nothing wrong with renting. There's nothing wrong with being a nomad, but I want you to think through the process. I don't want to tell you the answer because, Mike Reed, I want you to live your life. You have your own fingerprint, different than mine. But this is what I want to do to add value to your life. I want you to think through the sale. So let's just say, yeah, it makes sense to sell it for $120,000 as an example, because I don't have $30,000 for renovations and I'm done. Okay. So let's say you get the $50,000 after you pay off all your loans and everything, or whatever you're going to get. You got to think about that. You got to know that number. You got to know after you sell it to this investor, based on what you owe to the house, or even if you had the house totally paid off, after all the closing costs or whatever, what are you going to end up with? You got to know that number. If you don't know that number, don't do it because you got to know what you're getting into. So once you know that number, what you're going to be left with, then you have to think through what are you going to do next? Not just after you sell it for a month or two, but for the next 10 years. Now, things change, but if you can start to think through that long-term strategy, And if for you, you can rationalize, you can plan, you can budget, and keep your income coming in, even if it's with Uber, then I tell you, then proceed, right? Because it's your life. But I want at least think through, plan, do a budget number with it. And hopefully my response helped you, brother, and love to you. Great to see you. Team Vasectomy. Click that blue join button. I appreciate all my members and anyone who wants to join. I say thank you. Team Coconut and Dreams. Well, big pear emoji, or a lot of fruit emojis, some cheese here for my women out there. Chocolate too. Damn it. Coconut Dreams, you're hot tonight. Shout out to Midtown Manhattan. What I can tell you, Coconut Dreams, I'm looking at the 10-day forecast every day, and we're getting closer and closer to Florida. Snowbird season, brother. Love to you. Good to see you, Coconut Dreams. Thank you for everything. Savat, my trucker just came from Florida. He's all over the map. I was thinking about you today, Savat. I said, damn, this guy's in Florida. He's out. He moves quick, man. Why? Because that's that trucker life. No messed out. Good to see you, man. Keep it up, Bree. I wish my parents were smart. Well, I hear you. I've thought about that myself. I've cut off my father as I got older. It's a tough thing to say, but it's true. All we can do is, as adults, say, look, we're here. Try not to blame our parents for what we can't change, and then focus on our life as an adult and not repeating certain patterns that we may have seen in our parents' life. And keeping up with Brie, like I always tell you, I tell a lot of my younger viewers, you're single, you got no kids, you're in the medical industry, you can do whatever you want with your life. You got the world by the balls. Now I know after the breakup, you feel like, you got the balls in your mouth. However, you will feel joy again. You will feel joy again. Savat, damn it, I feel joy with the super chat. Checked out some apartments. Research is the key. Checked out some apartments in Florida. $1,200 minimum for a decent one. That is the average rent in America. The average rent in America is $1,200. So good comment, and thank you for the tip, Savat. Love to you, brother. Thank you again, Team Vasectomy, and thank you, Cal. So Mike Reed, that is the average rent in America, $1,200 per month, okay, for a decent area. So if you got 50 grand, and if you just lived off savings, well, if your rent was $1,200 a month, let's do the calculation. Well, let me do the calculation without saying it. So 1,200 times 12, there's 12 months in a year. That's $14,400. So let's just round it up. Let's say that's $15,000 a year. So, in about 3 or 4 years, if you had $50,000 in a savings account, and you can burn that up. So, it's something, but I definitely say rent when you don't have a lot of money. Why? Because when you own, you're liable for the maintenance. And that's what almost happened to me. Like, you'll get buried alive. Like Mike Reed, or anyone out there, like if you got termites, if your house is falling apart, and if you don't have the money to keep the house upkeep, then you end up in a position where you got to sell to a cash buyer. My mom, the house I grew up with, the house eventually got that bad. Now, thankfully, when she sold it, the economy was good, kind of like it is now as far as the housing economy. And she was able to get a decent price. But the house was a total shithole. So I understand what Mike Reed's coming from. My mom did the same thing. So what I tell you, as long as you think it out, I tell you, move on with your life. Why? I wouldn't tell you to keep a house that's got termites you don't even want to sleep in, which I've been in those, and you're not even enjoying life. And now if you can cash out, and if you can accept a long-term plan or plan one out, I say move on with your life. You say, Sam, if he puts some money into it, he'll get more. Yeah, but guys, when I'm done with my car, I take it to the dealership. Why? Let them pay me wholesale value, fair trading value. I'm not going to go to Craigslist and sell my car and deal with psychopaths. I'll take a little bit less for more convenience. That's true. That's how I roll. Yeah, Team Vasectomy says something about Mary. That was the movie, brother. Thank you again for your graciousness. Oh, yeah, I read that. Coconut Dream Savat. Yeah, I read that. I'm sorry. Team Vasectomy. I'll be honest, Sam. Last time I was in the DR during Christmas, I felt a bit guilty. Well, there is value to not ignoring guilt. Okay. At the same time, let us not, there's a scripture that says if you feel like God's going to punish you, you haven't felt the love of God. There's also a scripture that says, guilt is not something to be taken lightly, so to speak. I'm paraphrasing. So look, ultimately, I don't know if there's a God or if there isn't. I believe there is. I mean, certain times in my life I've been blessed and I felt like God really saved me, and I believe that. But I also have been bitter, okay, because I've been burnt in life. So I choose to keep the faith, and I'm thankful for my blessings. So I do think guilt should curve some of our decisions because it's something not right. At the same time, I don't feel like you should live your life terrified of this horrible punishment. But, like, it's like if you commit mass murder, I mean, it's all relative to the individual circumstance, right? But hopefully my words help you a little bit. Let's continue. Keep it up, Bree. Well, at least you know for sure I'm a girl. Well, I'm not going to say that for sure because I love you, keeping up with Bree, but I'm not going to say that for sure because there's some good sex change. There was one girl, she looked great, and she was once a guy. So I'm not saying that's you, but I am saying this because I don't pander. I don't believe anyone on YouTube or even in real life. Guys, sex change is too real right now. And makeup and everything, and I don't know whose video is what. There's some troll channels that they steal videos, they upload them, and they got a fake avatar. So when I first started my channel, I had a girl, she claimed to be a Dallas cheerleader. She had videos of her on her thing. She had like the avatar face of her. She had all the logistics. But come to find out, it was a dude from Idaho who was a truck driver. Savant, I hope that wasn't you. I don't think it was Savant. But it was a dude. So that's, oh my God, you two fucking psychopath land. But I'm not saying that's you keeping up a breed, but I'm saying I ain't going to, I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. I'm not falling for that again. Mike Reed, I hear you. I understand where you're coming from, brother. Think about saying to me, keeping up a breed. There was a truck. Yeah. Think about saying to me, you've been watching a long time, man. Yeah, well, Savant, thank God it wasn't you. I won't be mad. Guys, look, I'm going to be mad. I'm not getting with anyone. But I tell you, Savant knows because he lived that truck driver life. It's crazy out here, man. All right, let's take hydration break. Yeah, I think about, too, back to the subject a little bit. I don't feel like going to work. I think about, again, even side hustles. Like Mike Reed does on Uber. When you get a delivery, whether it's DoorDash or Uber, you may not feel like taking it. But it's those who consistently take it. They move forward with their life. Savant's a truck driver. I'm sure he may have like a broker or something. They give him different loads. And when I say a load, I don't mean a load. I mean like a truckload, okay? And he's got to decide, does he want to take it? I watch a trucker on YouTube called KB the Trucker. He's from the Bronx. He's a truck driver. And he often talks about, is he going to take this load or not? Because he has to evaluate, is it worth it? And does he want to go where they're asking him? But what I can tell you is this, guys. Giving up a break. Yeah, it's disaster out there. Let's continue. Savant, yes, Team outside to me. Keeping up a break. They did a good job on you. You never know. Yeah, guys, and I'm not mad at it. But I'll tell you, it's true out there. I'm not getting with anyone. I already told you guys, if I meet J-Lo in Miami, I'm not going to get with her. Why? She's been divorced 3 times. Guys, and I think she's going to eventually get divorced from A-Rod. Why? Because that's her recurring pattern. That's her resume in relationships. J-Lo's resume is she's a great actress. I think she got some good music. I think she's a beautiful, talented woman. But I think in relationships, Heartbreak Hotel for her and for the lover. So, but you say, Sam, what if I find you this great girl that's a very stable, long-term? That scares me even more. I don't want to be with the same person for 30 years. I don't want a fixed mortgage for 30 years. Guys, you know how much changes in 30 years? A lot. Okay. In 30 years, a truck driver could look like a cheerleader. Guys, I don't even know if I'll marry a robot. Why? Because they may come out with electrical robot. Tesla may come out with a robot where you don't have to change their oil. And then I'm stuck with this robot that I got to change the oil every 10,000 miles. I don't want to change someone's oil. Let's take a hydration break. No, hell no. That's good camping weather. Let's continue. Team vasectomy. I love... Oh, the U-Haul side hustle? You're still doing that? You making money back. Good job, man. Keeping up a break. We love you. Keeping up a break. Savat, I got one. Oh, yeah, see, look at Savat talking about the loads. I got one going to Jacksonville. Good job, brother. I've been to Jacksonville. Florida. Picked it up in Wisconsin. Shout out to Wisconsin. Shout out to Carrie. She's a viewer from Wisconsin. Well, see, that's an interesting thing. Let's Google how many miles that is. I'm interested. Wisconsin and Jacksonville. Is Jacksonville a nice area? It depends. There's some suburbs. Some of the inner city's bad news in Jacksonville. A lot of crime. But there's some nice suburbs in Jacksonville. Shout out to my man K4. He used to watch me. He's from Jacksonville, or I think he moved there. But yeah, that's the northeast tip of Florida. And I've passed by that. I've got some videos when I passed by the city skyline of Jacksonville. So Jacksonville, Florida to Wisconsin. I'm Googling how many miles that is. To Wisconsin. So let's see. That's about 1,200 miles, a little bit more. 18-hour trip if you took no stops. Savat, if you want to share how much they're going to give you for a 1,200-mile run. Do they pay you by the mile, or do they pay you a flat fee? I don't know all the ins and outs of trucking. I just watched a couple people on YouTube that do it. Keeping up a break. That's too much energy to use fake profiles. Well, some psychopaths, all they got is time. Yeah. Guys, like the trolls that wait till I go live, and as soon as I go live, they thumbs down. As soon as I upload it, they're waiting for me. They got nothing to do every day. Guys, that's scary. There's people out there just waiting. I mean, I'm grateful like they think that much of me, but I'm like, damn, like what type of psychopath is going to do that just to thumbs down? Like I can see like if you come in here and you're a member and you chat and this is like part of like the, you know what I mean? But if like you just like psychopath, like just to stalk me, like that's crazy, man. I had a stalker one time. I had sex. I was a construction worker and there was this hot security guard. Okay. At a Wegmans. A Wegmans is a high-end supermarket in New Jersey. We were building this Wegmans in Flemington, New Jersey. Okay. And there was this security guard chick from Rahway, New Jersey. And I met her. I was in my young 20s. And I met her. I got her number. And she's a cute chick. And then, she came back to my house. Now, I lied to her. I'm not going to tell her. I lied to her. Told her it was my house. It was my mom's house. And my mom was away on vacation. And we have fun. You know what I mean? And then she left my house. She was over for the weekend. And then she showed up unexpectedly on Monday. And my mom was back. And she thought my mom's car was another girl's car. So what'd she do? She kicked her car. And what happened? Total disaster. See, it was a disaster. I'll never do that again. But I shouldn't have lied too, but it was I never did a security. I took a shit where I eat. Don't shit where you eat, guys. Not good. Team vasectomy. The man married Linda Carter. Who's that? Thinking she would be, Superwoman forever. Got a rude awakening. Well, don't forget Superman is crippled now, right? I mean, I hate to say that, but the guy who did Superman, he had like an accident in the ocean or whatever. He took a dive. He's paralyzed. And so think about let's say keeping up with Brie, right? She looking good. She in her 20s. She's hot. Okay. And all of a sudden she meets Superman. And she goes, well, Superman, he's not the guy I was just dating. He's not as good looking, but he's rich. He's a successful actor. I'm going to date Superman. Okay. So now Superman's her rebound. She decides to get long-term relationship with Superman. Now Superman's paralyzed. Now keeping up with Brie, not only is she a nurse, now she's got to come home and be a nurse. And keeping up with Brie just called that at work the other week. Now she's got to be a nurse at home and at work. She can't show up to that. That's why I tell you guys, stay single. In my opinion, do what you want. Almost 1,200, about 1,200 miles. Yeah, that's what I just Googled. I don't know what part of Wisconsin, so I just Googled Wisconsin. So you probably know the exact part. Savat says, south suburbs. Oh, yeah, see, that's the thing. South suburbs of Milwaukee. See, I didn't know the part. Thank you. Savat. Okay, it's $3,700 to do a truckload from Wisconsin to Jacksonville. It's a hazmat load. Is that a flat fee or per mile? He goes, broker takes $370. 10%. Fuel $500. Okay. See, this is what you got to do, Mike Reed, with your wholesale. $500. This is a good load. Okay. They're usually about $2 a mile. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I have to think about that math. That's interesting. Team vasectomy. Sam, how do women think? Oh, never date a real estate agent, man. You say, Sam, what's the difference between a real estate agent and a stripper? Not much. A business card. A real estate agent got a business card. A stripper, she ain't got no business card. That's the only difference. Never forget it. Yeah, Sam, had a woman thinking he was a real estate developer. Well, that's true. I did while I was at a Super Bowl party when the Giants played the Ravens in 2000 in Tampa Bay, Florida. And I was at a cornerbacks. I forgot the name of the cornerback. I think his last name ended Starks. I was at a cornerbacks, NFL cornerbacks after party. And I met some girl there. I was all dressed up. And I don't know what got into me, but I told her I was a real estate developer. I was working in construction at the time. Did she fall for it? Not really. But we still had a good time. Team vasectomy. Christopher Reeves is dead now. Is he dead now? I didn't know that. Thank you, Team vasectomy. So I took a load from Lakesville, Florida. I never heard of that part. It must not be the good part. Till Milwaukee for 2,000. Okay. All depends where you're at. That makes sense. Team vasectomy. No. I'm talking about you. Yeah, I did tell them that. You're right. I lied. I was wrong. You used to tell women you were a real estate developer. That's true. You got me. You got me, brother. You know, you got me. That's true. I tell you guys, I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. I was wrong. I have matured. Okay. Somewhat. Now, I don't date anyone. I don't go to any after parties. But that's all part of life, man. Like I say, you mature. Okay. You're not going to show up every day. Well, I'm not going to say you're not, but you're probably not going to show up every day to work or your business ventures or your gym when you're in your 20s. Maybe the gym because you're trying to get laid. But as you get more mature in life, in your 30s, you develop consistency. Okay. And through consistency, you can outdo those who are smarter or stronger than you. Consistency is the supplemental income of your superpowers. Okay. So like Social Security is a stream of income, but you need supplemental. Okay. And so consistency supplements the fact that, other people may have more degrees. Okay. So never forget that. Team vasectomy. The CBS daughter is famous. Now her name is, Jordan Sparks. Oh, really? Oh, wait, the singer, is that the singer Jordan Sparks? Is that who that is? Is that the daughter? Well, no, you're talking about Sparks from the Giants. No, not Sparks from the Giants. That was Sparks from the Giants. I'm saying Starks, Starks. He was a cornerback for the Ravens. I don't remember his first name. But yeah, I know you're talking about Philippian Sparks or something like that. Yeah, I remember him with the Giants. That wasn't what I was thinking about, though. Good comment. Shout out to my friend D. I don't want to say his full name. But he used to watch. Shout out to you and your family, man, if you do watch. Yeah, I miss some of the people I grew up with, man. But, time moves on, man. It's crazy. It's just the way life goes. All we can do is what we can do. But what I can tell you in life is you're going to spend most of your life with the person in the mirror, okay? And what I can tell you is you got to learn to love yourself, okay? Why? Because, when you're kind of like, when you can enjoy your own company, other people's company may be supplemental joy. Like when I do these live feeds, they're supplemental joy. It's a side hustle, but I also get joy in connecting with people on a virtual level, okay? And so, but it doesn't complete me, right? Like it adds great flavor. It's a blessing in my life. But it's unhealthy if we put anyone on a pedestal, okay? And it's unhealthy for us to to say that you should put me on a pedestal. Don't put anyone on a pedestal, okay? And when you do things like showing up when you don't want to for your own benefit, you learn to control your emotion. Control your emotion. Control your emotion. Overeating is an emotional thing. Jessie O, my first ever member, she was a day trader. It's all about emotion. Don't start trading till 9:50 a.m. Try to be done trading with 10:30 a.m. Don't overtrade. Yeah, team vasectomy, Dwayne Starks. That was it, man. Damn, you smart, man. Jessie O, I am slowly starting to realize that slow and steady wins the race. Shout out to all my day traders. What I can tell you is hang in there. Now, keep your main job, keep your emergency fund separate than your brokerage account. But for the few All I can tell you, you're in a risky venture, but if it's supplemental, not main, you can endure the ups and downs. Sometimes if you're up $50 in one day, that's it. Okay. Have your time window and be disciplined. You say, Sam, the market just went down another point. Have a consistent time window with a little bit of flexibility, but not too much. Why? Because you need discipline. Okay. Controlling human emotion. You say, Sam, there's people that got trading software, they got charts, they got algorithms. That's true. But what supplements that is the controlling of emotion, because you still have to punch the button. Okay. And what I can tell you, if I can get you to control your emotion, I can get you to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. But not just lose 30 pounds in 30 days, I can get you to keep it off. I lost 200 pounds. Okay. I've had it off. Well, right now I'm about 245. Can you believe that? I weighed myself in Planet Fitness. I'm 245. At my lowest, I was 150 for 3 years. Then I said, I got to start eating again. At my highest, I was 350. Now, 245, I got some muscle on me. But I am probably 25 pounds overweight. I'm not going to lie. But I'm not like fat. I don't have a gut or nothing. I got a wide ass. I got a wide body. Big bone. But I don't know, man. What I could tell you is a lifestyle of sustainability has a level of controlling your emotions. And some of it comes with age. Some of it comes through discipline over time. And some of it comes through failure and totally effing up in a relationship, in a job, in a side business venture. And then you pick yourself up day by day, step by step. Jesse O, fast money doesn't work. Yeah. Ask Jim Cramer and ask me. I tell you, it doesn't. But over time, we get better by the grace of God and through hard work and through understanding failure. Jesse O, fast money doesn't give me peace of mind either. Nope. Consistency. Time to drop some mental baggage. Amen. What I can tell you is, guys, if it isn't working out for you in your company and your business and your trading, there's nothing more valuable than your mental peace. Okay. So if you're dating someone and I remember dating a girl, I was her rebound. And I remember her telling me, like, Sam, I broke up with my boyfriend and I felt like I started stalking him. I was mentally not there. I didn't feel like I was myself. And then I fell for her, and then I felt like I was mentally unstable. Okay. Now, I didn't do anything bad or anything, but I felt the mental pain of a breakdown. And what I can tell you is when you feel that, you have to totally separate yourself. Good job. At least for a season until you regain your balance, your equilibrium, which basically means your balance. Jesse L, thanks, Sam. Thank you for being my first ever member, Jesse. I'll never forget you. Keep it up, break. Are your families in, I think that was with Somerville or Summer? I don't know what it says, but no, I don't have any family in Somerville or Somerville. I'm not sure what that said. But I don't have any family in anything ending in an S. Love to you. Team Vasectomy. Sam is shaped like Mike or Scott. Uh-oh. Who's that? I don't know who that is. I got to look him up. Mike Tyson, maybe. I got a similar body to Mike Tyson. Not as cut up as Mike L. Scott. Who is that? Football fullback. Oh, he was the Tampa Bay fullback. Oh, yeah, well, similar. Obviously, he's more built than me. He's probably more tall than me. But similar. You know, in my mind, I probably got a wider ass than him. But, yeah, I remember him, man. He was a good fullback. I used to play in Madden. I used to play with him in Madden. I liked him, man. Damn, you know some good football players. Yeah, I liked him. Good job. Keeping up a brief. I'm familiar with Somerset, New Jersey. Big medical field. I was part of a construction team. I did the electrical work for a hospital in Morristown, Florida, which is not far from Somerset. And I did some office building renovations in Somerset, New Jersey. Yeah, that's right next to Bridgewater, New Jersey. Nice area. Great medical industry. A lot of jobs around that area. That's a nice area, Somerset, New Jersey. Team Vasectomy. Keeping up with Bree. I think Sam's family is from Middle Township. Nope, not from there. Love to. Fred, it's so weird to see you wearing a hoodie. I know, brother. Don't worry. Soon I'm going to be butt naked. Yeah. So early, Sam. I love you, brother. I'm sure you can't wait for Florida. Fred, great to see. Fred saved me, man. I had a mental breakdown when I came up here in April. But the good news is I looked at the 10-day forecast. As of right now, October 3rd may be the day I depart from New Jersey. Okay? Yeah, you're damn right, friend. I'm going to be butt naked. Okay? Because starting in October, the weather starts to cool, get too cold up. Well, it gets nicer in Florida. The humidity levels drop. Right now is great camping weather, guys. It's 70s during the day, and it's like low 60s, 50s at night. So I'm loving this. But if it gets another 10 degrees cooler into the 60s or 50s, I'm gone. So in about 2, 3, 4 weeks max, I'm gone. I'm going to miss my mom. That's the hardest part about being a nomad. I hate leaving my mom. But I talked to her about every option, and it's not going to work. Why? Because there's an entanglement with my siblings up here and her doctors. So she's going to be set up. She's going to be fine. And if she needs me, I'll come back up. And I told her when she's ready, she can come down. And I'll rent a place for us or whatever. But I got to live my life, guys, because I told her, and she saw that there's been times like this summer. If I'm not happy, I'm not going to make my mom happy. Because if I'm upset, I can, you guys know when I'm upset, the energy. No one wants, even over the weekend when I got a flat tire, my mom wanted for me to come over. I said, Mom, right now I'm not good company. I said, because I'm upset. I don't want to put that negative energy on you. That's unfair to you. So I know when I need to be alone, and I know when I need to be in Florida, and that's very soon. Gail, why is it still light out there in Jersey? It's pitch dark in Massachusetts because the devil's in Massachusetts. Get the hell out of Massachusetts, Gail. Gail, I want you to start planning for Jupiter, Florida. I want you to tell Jupiter, Florida, I want you to tell them by November 30th, I am canceling that storage unit. I'm going to take all my stuff and I'm going to throw it in a dumpster in the Walmart close by. Why? Because, Gail, Massachusetts is closer to Canada than New Jersey. And I love you, Gail. I got a couple of great viewers from Massachusetts. Coach Jack. And I got a couple of great people I work with. They're from Boston area. Great people. I've met some great people from Massachusetts. But it's a disaster up there. I've been to Massachusetts. It's a disaster. Yeah, you got to get out of there. Team vasectomy. Clyde Henderson name that movie and you'll get a super chat. Well, I don't want to manipulate you at all because I don't do that. But and I don't even know who that is. I'll Google it. I'm not going to lie to you like I know who that is. Clyde, let me Google that person. Team vasectomy. I looked up Kerry Perez last night, the Latino porn star. Yeah, I slept good. That's all I'll tell you. Yeah, that was good. Clyde Henderson. Team vasectomy shot. Let's see. Control C. Yeah. What? I can't find that name doesn't come up. Who is that? Yeah, keep it up. Everybody loves me. I appreciate you. Hey, Fred's laughing good. Laughter is good for the soul, guys. I love you guys. I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful. And what I can tell you guys, I didn't feel like showing up to YouTube today, and that's why I labeled this. And there's been times in my life I didn't feel like going to work, working in a ditch, even working at that Wegmans when I had sex with that security guard. But I'm glad I showed up, and I'm glad I cut that chick off because she almost broke my mom's car. That's crazy. She was a good person. But what I can tell you is this. You always feel better after you show up. Whether it's YouTube, your main job, whether it's a DoorDash delivery, there are some exceptions where you're like, damn, I wish I didn't come to. But on average, okay, there's no 100% answer in life. There's nothing. On average, as you get older, you want to control your emotion so that through consistency, you can supplement your psychopathic emotion. Because if you just go off emotion, you become totally out of control. And that's a disaster. And part of life is building a level of self-control with your food, with your relationships, with your job. We're never going to be perfect. I believe we're saved by the grace of God. I believe it's still light in New Jersey. In Florida, it's still daytime. Okay. In Asia, it's already Tuesday. So Massachusetts is it's a cave. We got to get out of Massachusetts. I love you, Gil. What I can tell you is this. I'm grateful for everyone who watches. All my members, thank you. Team Vasectomy, thank you for the super chat. Savat, Cal, Fred, Mike Reed, good question, man. I hope I helped you, Mike Reed. I hope you're still listening, man. I love you, brother. Keeping up a breed. You're beautiful. You're going to have all the ugly psychopaths on YouTube want to get with you. Wait till they start sending you dick pics. Thank God you can't send instant messages anymore on YouTube. Keeping up a breed. Don't give them your Instagram unless you want to go crazy, because they're going, believe me, they're going to DM you. Believe me. Now, you say, Sam, right now, I need the emotional high because I broke up. I need to get my confidence through direct messages. Don't do that. Why? Because it only takes one psychopath to latch onto your Instagram account and they never let you go. The psychopaths that thumbs down me, guys, it's like, get away from me already. But they won't let me go. Why? Total psychopaths. Team Vasectomy, Shay Evans. I know that R&B group Shy. If I ever fall in love again. Wait, what's the Shy song? Shy coming right back at you. Shy, shy, shy. If I ever fall in love again. What's that song? I promise that she will be my best friend. Damn, that was a good song. Remember that song with Shy? Coming right back at you. Yeah, I like that song. I don't want to sing it, though. I don't want to play it on YouTube because I may get a copyright strike. Yeah, T Vasectomy wants to get with Bree. Yeah, T Vasectomy, hold down. Fred, yeah, if I ever fall in love again. Damn, I can't remember all the words though. Oh, damn. I'm gonna after this I'm gonna play. I'll sing it tomorrow. I'll get all the butt ugly chicks want to get with me. Yeah, you got it, bro. Okay, Coconut Dreams. No big hurricanes in Florida this year. Praise the Lord. Now we got to get through one more week, brother. And Coconut Dreams, once we get to October 3rd, anywhere, any other week, any weekend in October, we may go down. So all I can tell you is, tell all the bougie bitches from Midtown Manhattan, I'm about to cut you off. Why? I'm about to sell this brownstone, and I'm moving to Boca Raton, bitch, okay? And you ain't coming with me. Never forget it. Yeah. T-Mouse said me, no Google Shy Evans. Who's that? She'll have you sleep. Well, I'll Google it because I got a couple in my mind. I already like put like a post-it note in my mind for tonight. But I'll keep that name in mind. Team Vasectomy me. I will be sure. The lady is a friend. Yeah, I gotta remember all the words. I'm gonna do that for tomorrow's show. Did you ever give a woman money to help her out? Yeah, but out of willingness, not out of manipulation. And not like I never like tricked. But I had a dog. I spoiled a dog. I had girlfriends. I spoiled them. But I never like tricked off. I never like gave money so like they would get with me per se. You know, it's like when you're in a relationship, you know, I don't know if you're going to be in a relationship, you can't be a cheap bastard. Then why be in a relationship? The whole point of being in a relationship is to spoil one another. Like, you know, you lick my balls, you know, I'll buy you chocolate and cheese, you know, like you spoil one another. You know, you're not going to get a relationship and go shopping at the Dollar Tree. You're going to get in a relationship and say, oh, you got to wear a condom if I give you a blowjob. I mean, why even be in a relationship? So, you know, come on. Fred, a lot of people are, oh yeah, NYC's done, man. I thank God I spent, like, I don't know what it was, 5 years or so. I spent some time in NYC. I thank God I did it then because I'm sure after the vaccine, maybe it'll be back to normal, but I don't think it'll ever be what it was. But it'll evolve to something else. But I enjoyed my time up there. Central Park was always a blessing to walk through. I used to walk, when I was in my weight loss mode, I would walk from the Brooklyn Bridge all the way up to Harlem. And for those who've ever been to New York, that's a long-ass walk, okay? Long walk, okay? And I used to stop at the Starbucks along the way, man. But I enjoyed it, man. I got the whole flavor for it. Where we at? Team Vasectomy? Ever fall in love again? I will be sure the lady is a friend. Yeah, but I don't have the beat in my mind. I gotta get the beat. I gotta get the rhythm. And I ever fall in love again? Yeah, but I'm not hitting it right. I'm not hitting the keys right. Tomorrow I'm gonna come in strong with that. Okay. All right, guys. Oh wait, I missed one. Fred. They're deserting NYC. It's a disaster. A lot of vacant apartments. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. I don't know how the economy is gonna play out long term. We'll see. I guess they're going to keep printing money. We're going to find out. Either we're going to get inflation or we're going to pop the bubble. Remember, the Federal Reserve giveth and the Federal Reserve taketh away. Never forget it. Sorry, guys. Click the thumbs up. Thank you to all my members. Thank you for the super chats. Very gracious to me. Click the thumbs up on the way out. And thank you. Gratitude. I'm glad I showed up.